All right, we're live on YouTube. We're live on Rumble. Good afternoon, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is about interesting and important events that happened to date throughout the annals of recorded history. We're going to start with today is... I'm just totally screwing up the script today, aren't I? It is Moon's Day, aka Monday, January 5th, 2026. I'm Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you, viewer, are you? Thank you so much for coming in and watching. Let's start with stuff here today. Task this down. I have too many things up on my screen. In the year 269, Felix I began his reign as Catholic Pope. Alright, so I guess it's a Pope Day.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
Moving on up to 1477, we have the Battle of Nancy. Swiss Confederacy led by René II decisively defeated the Duchy of Burgundy. Over 7,000 people were killed, including the Duke of Burgundy, Charles the Bold.
Yep. That was nasty, Nancy.
Yeah. Nasty Nancy. Let's see, and subsequently, Burgundy became part of France as a result of this battle.
Okay.
1527, Felix Menz, a leader of the Anabaptist congregation in Zurich, was executed by drowning.
They drowned him?
Yeah.
That's the weirdest execution I've ever heard of.
Well, I think it was called ducking. See here, ducking. I know it was used on witches. Ducking stool, yeah. Ducking stools or cucking stools, really? Wow. Were chairs formerly used for punishment of disorderly women, scolds, and dishonest tradesmen in medieval Europe and elsewhere at later times. The ducking stool was a form of wyman pine or women's punishment, as referred to in Langland Piers Plowman from 1378. But like basically, like it's like a teeter-totter, but like they strap you to a chair and then they just keep you underwater.
But I don't think they mean to kill you.
Well, I think that when this was used,
bad maybe.
Well, no. See, like I think this was the device that was used. I know it was used during the Salem witch trials and other witch trials and such. Okay. But like I believe this is the one that they said if you died you're innocent, but if you lived you're a witch.
Great.
Or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, if you died, you're pardoned of your accusations. Oh, gee whiz! Thank you. Moving on up to 1649, Francesco Cavalli's opera Giasson premiered in Venice, the most popular opera of the 17th century. So that's pretty cool. 1709, the Great Frost began during the night, a sudden cold snap that remains Europe's coldest ever winter. Thousands were killed across the continent and crops failed in France. Yikes. 1757, failed assassination attempt on French King Louis XV by Damiens. And we have here from the other source, Louis XV of France survived an assassination attempt by Robert Francois Damiens, who became the last person to be executed in France by drawing and quartering, the traditional form of capital punishment used for regicides, which regicides is like a homicide, but for like regents, royalty, things like that, specifically, for them.
Yeah.
And do you remember what drawing and quartering is?
I should know this. What is it?
Basically, they tie your wrists and your ankles to four different horses, and they send them off in four different directions.
Yeah.
Drawing and quartering. They quarter you violently. I'll let your imagination figure it out. 1776, Assembly of New Hampshire adopted its first state constitution. It's pretty cool. 1781, British naval expedition led by Benedict Arnold burned Richmond, Virginia. That bastard. So yeah, during the American Revolutionary War, Richmond, Virginia was burnt by British naval forces led by former American General Benedict Arnold.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Benedict Arnold is an insult to citizens of the United States. So, it was fighting words. 1800, first Swedenborgian temple in the U.S. held first service in Baltimore. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
1804, Ohio legislator passed first laws restricting free blacks movement. That's not good. So they were free, but they were restricting. Yeah. 1822, Central America proclaimed annexation of Mexican Empire. From the other source, the government of Central America voted for a total annexation to the first Mexican Empire. So, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, so Central America are being annexed by the Mexican Empire. Yeah. So they're becoming Mexico.
Yeah.
1834, Kiowa Indians recorded this as the night the stars fell. And I actually do have like pictures for all these things. So, like this is one of the cold snap.
Oh yeah.
I talked about earlier, and this is the night that the stars fell.
Oh gee.
This is just an artist rendition.
Yeah.
Of course, but there must have been some kind of meteor storm going on that night. Pretty
Something
cool.
like that, huh?
Yeah. 1836, Davy Crockett arrived in Nacogdoches, Texas, to aid the revolution, and he later died at the Alamo.
Yeah. So that wasn't the Alamo, though.
No, but this is he's coming. I think.
Up to it, yeah.
Yeah, and what's wild is like like he was a frontiersman, then he became like what senator of a state or something. He was in politics.
Something, yeah.
Pretty
I don't know.
deep, and then he donned his raccoon skin cap, and went back on the frontier and died at the Alamo. What a legend. 1840, records showed 95,820 licensed public houses in England on this date. Okay. 1841, James Clark Ross of the UK was the first to enter pack ice near Ross Ice Shelf. That's down in Antarctica.
Oh,
the Ross Ice Shelf. Oh.
Okay.
5 years later, 1846, the United States House of Representatives voted to stop sharing the Oregon Territory with the United Kingdom. Pretty weird. We were sharing a territory with them.
Yeah, I had no idea. And what date is that again?
1846. This is long after.
Wow.
This is this was the United States House of Representatives, not the American colonies.
Right.
Long after.
Right. No, yeah, the Constitution's in effect.
Mm-hmm. And we were still working with, and after the War of 1812, like why are we working with them?
Yeah.
1850, California Exchange opens. I don't really know what that is, but California.
California Exchange.
Yeah. Is that some like a
stock market?
like a stock exchange thing? Yeah. 1859, the first steamboat, the North Star, sailed up the Northern Red River in the United States, in America. And I do have a picture of this, the first steamship.
Oh, yeah.
What else do we got here? 1875, Charles Garnet's new opera opened in Paris. One of the most famous opera houses in the world, the Palais Garnier, was inaugurated in Paris.
Palais Garnier.
And I gotta check this out here, actually. So
you have a picture of that?
I will actually
house?
find one because I didn't look for it earlier when I was preparing the show for now. Shame on me. That looks extravagant. Look at that thing.
Oh my goodness!
Hold on a
It's
second.
huge.
Open image in new tab. There we go.
It's huge.
It is enormous. It's an opera house, so it's gonna have those huge,
Yeah.
and then like the like private little balcony things for all the rich people. Oh, that's awesome. Let's see here. Oh, whoops! I wanted to do this. There we go. Too many tabs. 1886. Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson, published by Longmans, Green and Company. And like all these photos are in the collage and everything. I'm just showing this to you.
Yeah.
The original book cover. That's pretty cool. Minimize. 1887, first U.S. School of Librarianship opened at Columbia University. Pretty interesting.
Librarianship.
Yeah, you had to be certified to be a librarian.
Oh, I guess. I don't know.
That would make sense. I mean, like back then libraries weren't as commonplace, so maybe you had to have like actual authentication to be trusted among all that, knowledge documentation and all that.
No clue.
1892, first successful aurora photograph was made. And I have a photo of this right here.
Oh, yeah.
The Aurora Borealis.
Yeah.
At this time of day, this time of year, completely localized in your kitchen. You won't get it. It's about steamed hams. He is so confused, Internet. 1895, French Captain Alfred Dreyfus convicted of treason, publicly stripped of his rank, and he was later exonerated. Some speculate it was something to do because he was Jewish. But yeah, he was sentenced to life imprisonment on Devil's Island. So this went on for, I think it was 12 years, the whole Dreyfus affair.
I don't know.
But it was a lot of people speculate it was because he was Jewish. And for whatever reason, they wanted him out of the army, but that wasn't enough, so they throw him in jail. I don't know. It was a mess. You're going to say something?
No.
Okay. In 1896, Die Presse, newspaper of Germany, publicly announced Wilhelm Röntgen's discovery of X-rays and their potential for new methods of medical diagnosis on a front-page article.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how dangerous it was, though.
Oh yeah, and here's a photo. He's just like,
Oh, yeah.
just there,
Yeah.
getting all sorts of. Every dentist in the world is just like, what are you doing? Rontogen, no. 1903, SF Hawaii telegraph cable open for public use. Pretty cool.
What is?
SF to San Francisco to Hawaii.
Oh,
telegraph
okay.
cable to
Okay.
communicate.
Yeah.
1905, Charles Pernier announced discovery of Jupiter's seventh satellite, Elara. All right. 1905, incorporation of the National Association of Audubon Society, a nonprofit environmental organization dedicated to conservation.
I think it's
Audubon.
Oh,
Audubon?
I don't know. I was going to say I think it's around, but I don't recognize that name.
1911, San Francisco had its first air meet. I guess that's an air show?
That's what I would think.
Yeah. 1912, the first National Hockey Association game in Victoria.
Ah,
Yeah.
Vancouver.
Yeah. One year.
Area.
Yeah. 1 year later, the Prague Party Conference took place, in which the sixth All-Russian Conference and the Russian Social Democratic Labor Party, the Prague Party Conference, opened. In the course of the conference, Vladimir Lenin and his supporters broke from the rest of the party to form the Bolshevik movement. Yeah. And that's not the only horrible thing that happened on this calendar date. Wait till 1930 or 1920 something. It's coming up soon. 1913, during the First Balkan War, the Battle of Lemnos began. Greek Admiral Pavlos Kontourios forced the Turkish fleet to retreat to its base within the Dardanelles, from which it did not venture for the rest of the war. So they just hunkered down, and that was that for them. 1914, industrialist Henry Ford announced his $5 minimum per day wage, doubling most workers' pay from $2.40 for a 9-hour day to $5 for an 8-hour day. So yeah, in salary plus bonuses. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Imagine that? Yeah. 1919, German Workers' Party formed, precursor to the National Socialist German Workers' Party, the Nazi Party, founded in Munich. That's why I said, that really, I don't know which one's worse, man. Like, they're both awful in their own ways, but it's surprising how they shared a calendar date of their forming. The Bolsheviks and the Nazi Party both were formed on the same calendar date, but just, what was it? 7 years apart to the date. Yikes. 1919, left-wing Spartacus organization investigated a revolt in Berlin. Terrified by the spread of Bolshevism, German troops brutally suppressed the uprising. So there you go. They're already attacking each other. 1925, Nellie Taylor Ross was sworn in as governor of Wyoming, the first woman governor in the United States.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. 25 as well, England cricket openers Herbert Sutcliffe at 176 and Jack Hobbs 154 display heroics in their first innings, but the Tourists sink to an 81-run defeat in the second test against Australia in Melbourne. Sutcliffe also adds 127 in the England second innings. Whatever that means, if you watch cricket, there you go.
I know there's English words. I understand each word individually.
It's not a stroke, it's just cricket. 1927, Fox Studios exhibited Movie Tone. Movie Tone.
Some kind of special sound system.
Yeah. 1930, Bonnie Parker met Clyde Barrow for the first time at Clarence Clay's house. Bonnie and Clyde. 1930, Mao Zedong wrote the essay "A Single Spark Can Start a Prairie Fire." How true he is. To criticize cadres not creating rural revolutionary base areas. 1 year later, first woman to purchase a baseball team, Lucille Thomas bought Topeka Senators franchise in the Western League. Awesome. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Like all these new age feminists going around like, oh, women's rights. Bitch, you were buying baseball teams like 80 years ago. Shut up. 1933, work on Golden Gate Bridge began, starting on the Marin County side. All right. Yeah, they do have a photo.
They started on the Marin County, not the San Francisco.
Dude, look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. If anybody, is like trying to figure that out, you can recognize at least this part of it here. So, that's awesome.
You know how far away you were from Marin County, from San Francisco, without that bridge?
You had to go all the way around the bay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a pain in the neck. 1934, Boston's Fenway Park caught fire for the second time.
Wow.
The other one was May 8th in 1926. That was the first time. 1934, National and American Baseball League selected a baseball uniform. All right. 1937, only unicameral state legislator in U.S. opened first session in Nebraska. What is that?
I don't know.
Unicameral. Let's look this up here really quick. Let me get normal or cozy back. Unicameralism is a type of legislator consulting of one house or assembly that legislates and votes as one. Unicameralism has become an increasingly common type of legislator, making up nearly 60% of all national legislators and an even greater share of substantial legislators.
Still don't get it.
Sometimes, as in New Zealand and Denmark, unicameralism comes about through the abolition of one or two bicameral chambers, or as in Sweden, through the merger of two chambers into a single one, while in others, a second chamber has never existed from the beginning. Okay, I'm still not understanding. I guess like one legislator to cover for multiple states?
Or they've combined it. Well, not states.
Oh, well.
That's the United States. This is
other
legislatures in other countries.
I'm going to just
It
straight
looks
up...
like they're combining different houses.
Nebraska legislator is what I'm getting.
Oh.
Well, no, it's because it opened in Nebraska.
Oh.
So it's finding me Nebraska on unicameralism. Okay. The one house system is more efficient than its predecessor.
They put.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on up to 1940, FCC heard the first transmission of FM radio with clear, static-free signal. All right.
FM.
Yeah. 1941, Amy Johnson, a 37-year-old pilot and the first woman to fly solo from London to Australia, disappeared after bailing out of her plane over the River Thames and was presumed dead. Yikes. She was over the River Thames, though. She was there.
Yeah.
How did you not find her? What happened? 1943, teams agreed to start season later due to World War II. But teams of what? All the sports?
I don't know.
Unanimously? Across the board, they all got together?
I just don't know.
Maybe.
They're very vague.
Yeah. 1943, William H. Hastie, civilian aide to Secretary of War, resigned to protest segregation in armed forces. All right. Good. I mean, that sucks that we lost, like if he was talented, if he was good at his job, but that's the price we pay for being dumbasses, politically. The Daily Mail in 1944 became the first transoceanic newspaper to be published on both sides of the Atlantic. That's pretty cool. 1945, Pépé LePew debuted in Warner Brothers cartoon Adorable Kitty. Pépé LePew.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
1949, U.S. President Harry Truman labeled his administration the Fair Deal. In the State of the Union address, U.S. President Harry S. Truman unveiled his Fair Deal program. All right. 1950 as well. In the Sverdlovsk air disaster, all 19 of those on board were killed, including almost the entire national ice hockey team, VVVS Moscow, of the Soviet Air Force, 11 players as well as a team doctor and a masseur. Yeah. 1952, Darius Milhaud's orchestral composition, West Point Suite, marking the U.S. Military Academy's sesquicentennial, premiered at Carnegie Hall, New York City. All right, well, happy birthday, U.S. military. Moving on up, 1957, Dodgers, Jackie Robinson announced his retirement rather than be traded to the New York Giants. I'm sure Mom would be approval of that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just before they came to L.A.
While that was going on, in a speech given to the U.S. Congress, U.S. President Dwight D. Eisenhower announced the establishment of what would later be called the Eisenhower Doctrine. What else do we got here? 1959, Bozo the Clown live children's show premiered on TV.
Remember that? Bozo the Clown.
We also have Buddy Holly released his last record, It Doesn't Matter. He was killed in a plane crash 29 days later. That inspired the song The Day the Music Died.
Yeah. Okay,
Drove your Chevy to the levee. 1960, Continental League, a proposed third baseball major league, got an assurance of congressional support from New York Senator Kenneth Keating, but that did not come to fruition, I don't believe.
No.
A third baseball league?
No.
It's getting too much. 1961, the Beatles performed with Paul McCartney on bass guitar for the first time at Litherland Town Hall in Lancashire, England. 63, Alan J. Lerner and Frederick Lowe's musical Camelot, starring Richard Burton, Julie Andrews, and Robert Goulart, closed at Majestic Theatre, New York City, after 873 performances and winning 4 Tony Awards. All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
1967, the Cultural Revolution. The Shanghai People's Commune was established following the seizure of power from local city officials by revolutionaries. 1968, Dr. Benjamin Spock indicted for conspiring to violate draft law. Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so much for live long and prosper,
Yeah.
right? Wait, wrong Spock. Like, I wonder, like, if he inspired, like, did he inspire somehow the name Spock? You know,
I don't think so. I don't think so.
But then, how would you think of that name? Like, what a coincidence that that name actually was real in the world.
Well, I don't know, what they pulled from. Who knows?
1969, Fantasy Records released Bayou Country, the second album of U.S. band Creedence Clearwater Revival, CCR, featuring singles Good Golly Miss Molly and Proud Mary. All right.
Proud Mary, that was a big hit.
Yep. 1969, USSR Venera 5 launched for the first successful planet landing to land on Venus. As I went off on a rant, the other day.
Yeah.
So, 1970, 23,000 Belgian mine workers striked. That's a lot of mine workers. And why were they striking? Wage disputes or,
I have no idea.
That's a lot, though.
Yeah.
1970, John Lennon and his wife Yoko Ono gave a press conference in Alleberg, Denmark, revealing that they were only visiting, and I'm pretty sure the entire country collectively breathed a sigh of relief. Thank God they're not staying. Okay. 1970 as well, the 7.1 MW Tonghai earthquake shook Tonghai country, Gannan province in China, with a maximum Mercalli intensity of 10, extreme. Between 10,000 and 15,000 people are known to have been killed, and about another 26,000 were injured. Yikes.
You telling me that was a magnitude? No. A 10? No.
Well, maximum Mercalli, not Richter scale.
Okay.
This is MW, so I don't know what MW is.
Okay.
Like Magnawatt or something, and it's not even on the primary source. But there's there's 3 or 4 different types of
scales.
Of scales. Yeah, the Richter scale actually, from what I've been told many years ago, has not really been the traditional one anymore. It's outdated.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So, but people still talk about it. I don't know. I should know. I'm a Californian. This is my stuff. 1971, Globetrotters lost 199 to the New Jersey Reds, ending 2,495 game winning streak. But they're a show thing. They're not a real team.
No.
So
No, it's all exhibition.
1972, U.S. President Nixon signed a bill for NASA to begin research on a manned space shuttle. Started the shuttle program.
Yeah.
Yep. I actually have a recording of when Mom and I talked about. You remember Garage Time episode 1?
Yeah.
We talked about the ending of the shuttle program.
Ah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
1976, in retaliation for the Revi and O'Dowd killings, the South Armagh Republican Action Force shot dead 10 Protestant civilians after stopping their minibus in County Armagh. This is in retaliation to what happened yesterday during the Troubles. Ireland, just wants to be free.
Yeah.
That's... what else do we got here? 1981, Peter Sutcliffe, a truck driver, confessed that he is the Yorkshire Ripper and murdered 13 women.
Jeez.
Yep, well, they got him finally.
Yeah.
1982, an Arkansas judge ruled against obligatory teaching of creation. 1982, star setter Daryl Sittler left the Toronto Maple Leafs on medical advice because of mental depression. A trade request was taking too long. 1985, Operation Moses, covert airlifting of about 8,000 Ethiopian Jews from war-torn Sudan to Israel via Belgium ended. All right. What else do we got here? 1991, Somali Civil War. The United States Embassy to Somalia in Mogadishu was evacuated via helicopter aircraft delays. Helicopter aircraft delays after the this is written weird. After the outbreak of violence in Mogadishu, also known as Black Hawk Down.
Oh,
this is that event right there.
Yeah.
Which I have yet to see that movie.
I haven't seen it either.
Shame on both of us. What the hell? We gotta see that movie. 1993, Washington State executed Wesley Allen Dodd by hanging, the first legal hanging in the U.S. since 1965.
What state?
Didn't say. Washington State.
Oh, okay.
Wow. So they actually killed somebody.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Let's see here. Well, California used to back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Texas still does, so at least somebody.
Not by hanging, though. At least I don't remember. They probably one time did hanging, but...
Yeah, well, I mean, the old Western
the
times.
gas chamber here at that time.
Yeah. Also the electric chair, lethal injection.
Yeah.
You know, I want to bring back the classics. You know, I want to bring back ducking, draw and quartering. You know, like
Guillotine.
Guillotine is effective. You know.
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah. 1998, Vandals decapitated. Speaking of guillotine, Vandals decapitated Copenhagen's Little Mermaid statue in Langley Park. Now, I wonder if this was before or after that one Simpsons episode where Bart cuts off the head of the statue, Jebediah Springfield, in the central, park of the town. 2001, a report revealed that doctor and former GP, I guess general practitioner, Harold Shipman had potentially killed hundreds of patients. Yikes.
Ugh.
Yeah. People don't realize, this, especially in today's world, like, I'm very, very hesitant to trust my safety and well-being to some guy just because he has a white coat, 2004, Kinks singer-songwriter Ray Davies, at the age of 59, was shot in the leg while chasing a 25-year-old mugger in New Orleans, Louisiana.
The Kinks.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I know that tune. The words escape me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. 2005, Eris, the largest known dwarf planet in the solar system, was discovered by the team of Michael E. Brown, Chad Turillo, and David L. Rabinowitz, using images originally taken on October 21st, 2003, at the Palomar Observatory. And let's see here, the dwarf planet Eris was discovered by Palomar Observatory-based astronomers, later motivating the International Astronomical Union, aka IAU, to define the term planet for the first time. Okay. So this is when Pluto stopped becoming a planet at around this time.
Something
You
right.
bastards!
Yeah. Didn't they reinstate it or something?
Well, no, it's a dwarf planet.
Oh.
See, that's the thing. Like, it's no longer a planet.
Yeah.
It's a dwarf planet.
Give it its props. Come on.
But there's no. See, the thing is that there's one or two objects in the asteroid belt that are bigger than Pluto.
Yeah.
So do we have to call them planets? Like where do we cut off calling it a planet? Because right now, if Pluto's a planet, that means instead of 9, we have 12. Or like 10, or we have 11 or 12 planets. Because if...
the other one?
Well, because if there's things bigger than Pluto, and Pluto's a planet, then everything bigger than Pluto has to be thereby be a planet. So when there's like, 1 or 2 objects, so there's either 10 or 11 planets if Pluto's a planet by size.
No, you said it's in an asteroid belt.
Well, yes, but it's still big. It's still bigger than Pluto. It has more mass.
But it's in an asteroid belt.
But it's classified as a dwarf planet.
Okay. Those asteroid and the asteroid.
Some of them are, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like right here. Like what did I just read? Wasn't this discovered in the asteroid belt? Eris, largest known solar system, is discovered. Eris, okay, Palomar, sorry. But okay, where is Eris? I gotta look this up now. Where is Eris? Eris, dwarf planet. It is a transient scattered disk at a high. But where is it? Dwarf planet, binary. But is it like of a planet or? Okay, because Eris appeared to be larger than Pluto, NASA initially described it as the solar system's 10th planet. Oh, I don't like being right about this though. But where is it? It's just, they're just saying it's in the solar system, but they're not saying if it's around Pluto or not Pluto, but around Jupiter. I think it's in the asteroid belt. So, anyway, if anybody can let us know in the comments. Speaking of comments, do we have any comments? We do. Creative. Hi, love the streams. Keep up the good work. Always learning something new. Thank you. Do we have any comments going on over on the Rumble? Actually, hold on. I know we have another viewer going on there, so let me get this going live here. There's no comments over there. Anyway, moving on up to 2014, a launch of the communication satellite GSAT-14 aboard the GSLV Mark II D5 marked the first successful flight of an Indian cryogenic engine. Cryogenic engine. Wow.
What the heck is that?
It's a space, Indian cryogenic engine. Let's just look this up here really quick. Because we're only at a half hour in, so my rapid reading of things saves us a hell of a lot of time, and we can actually look things up instead of just vomiting out, what we're reading here. Cryo chambers for... Oh, here we go. C20. Let me look at this. What is this? The CE-20 is a cryogenic rocket engine developed by the Liquid Propulsion Systems Center, LPSC, a subsidiary of ISRO. It has been developed to power the upper stage of the LVM-3. It is the first Indian cryogenic engine to feature a gas generator cycle. The high-thrust cryogenic engine is the most powerful upper stage cryogenic engine in operational service. Congratulations! Among the thrust levels for which the CE-20 is qualified are 19 tons for ongoing satellite missions, 20 tons for the Gaganyaan, and an upgraded 22 tons for future launches like the Bharatiyata Antakarish Station's BAS-01 base module. So it sounds like they might be launching this to build a future space station. The ISS is being decommissioned soon, if I recall things correctly. So something has to replace it.
You would think.
Well, that's cryogenics. You know what cryogenics are? Super freezing and everything. I think it's. They use cryogenics as some kind of rocket. I don't know. They're talking about liquid oxygen here. This is way above my pay grade. So. And let's get back into history here. 2016, 15-year-old Mumbai schoolboy Pranav Dhanoid became the first batsman ever to score 1,000 runs in a single innings in cricket, finishing 1,009 not out. Hey, stop, dude! 15-year-old doing this. Give him props, man. You hate the sport, but man, give them some respect.
I don't hate the sport. I hate the language. I don't know what the hell they're talking about. The sport's fine. Anybody, although you bounce the ball and then you hit it,
and then
the hell?
And then you pitch, and then you hibber the fliggums, and then you shoot the whoop. I don't know. 2017, Brazilian supermodel Adriana Lima was named the most valuable Victoria's Secret angel, modeling for the brand from 1999 to 2018. Wow.
Oh, that's a long time.
I know, that's why this is in here. I couldn't give less of a crap about Victoria's Secret.
Right.
But that kind of a tenure in that type of industry, you know, man.
Whereas youth is everything.
Yeah.
So that's 20 years.
Yeah. Yeah, roughly. 2018, Kitwe in Zambia banned shaking hands at the sale of fresh food in an attempt to prevent a cholera outbreak. Well, that makes sense. 2019, Chinese government report predicted Chinese population will peak at 1.44 billion in 2029 before declining. Well, I think they've already done that.
I don't know if they peaked yet or not. I really don't, but I know they're going to be in decline.
Why did I do this?
You know, the Chinese government were banning people for having more than one kid.
Yeah, killing the kids.
Yeah, and now they're killing them so they could have a boy. Killing the girls so they could have a boy, and it was a mess.
To carry on the family name.
Now they're going to...
And now there's like, what, 50 men to a one woman or something crazy, you know?
Yeah. So now they're worried about the population decline.
Very terrifying. 2019, Golden State and Sacramento combined for 41 three-pointers in Warriors' 127-123 win. Set a new NBA record for threes in a game. Stephen Curry hit 10 triples, while Buddy Hield? I'm not familiar with led the Kings with 8. Justin Jackson added 5. All right.
Well, a lot of three-pointers.
Yep. Which, you know, we talked about that on IOYO a while ago, about how they've algorithmed the hell out of three-pointers. And it's no longer exciting. It's now expected.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it really changed the game a lot. It took a number of years, but...
Which maybe we should revisit that topic and talk about it again. That would seem interesting.
Yeah.
You know? Maybe one day. 2019, Orthodox Church of Ukraine granted independence from the Russian Orthodox Church by Ecumenical Patriarch Bartholomew. All right. 2020, Iran pulled out of the 2015 nuclear deal with no limit. It will not limit its uranium enrichment.
That didn't work out too well.
Didn't Israel explode them?
We did.
We did. Okay. 2021 in Georgia, Senate. Senate runoff elections. Georgia. Oh, why am I having a difficult time reading that as Georgia? Runoff elections. Raphael Warnock, Democrat, defeated Kelly Loeffler, Republic, and John Ossoff, Democrat, defeated David Perdue, Republic, to give Democrats control of the U.S. Senate. Yikes. Terrifying. 2022, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards pardoned Homer Plessy for buying whites-only train ticket in 1892, resulted in U.S. Supreme Court case Plessy versus Ferguson in 1896. Why the hell are we bothering with this crap now? We have more important things to do, you know? Why are we pardoning something from 1892 officially? Seriously?
I don't know.
2022, state of emergency declared across Kazakhstan amid unrest and protest against fuel price rises. 164 people were killed in 3 days. Yikes. My heart goes out to them. 2023, funeral for Pope Emeritus Benedict the 16th, presided over by Pope Francis in St. Peter's Basilica, Rome.
26th, I think. No, 16th.
No, 16th. Yeah. 20 is 2 X's.
2 X's, yeah.
So Benedict is the guy. Didn't he abdicate?
No.
No. Benedict stepped down.
Oh, I think you may be right.
He did.
Yeah.
And actually, there's something controversial going on with either Benedict or Francis, that their papacy was invalid or something. I don't know, but it's something to look into. Moving on up to 2023 as well, Pocahontas revealed as the 12th great-grandmother of actor Edward Norton on PBS's Finding Your Roots. That is wild.
Whoa.
Huh. 2024, an Alaskan Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 made an emergency landing in Portland after a fuselage section blew out in midair, with U.S. regulator then grounding hundreds of planes. So Alaska Airlines Flight 1282 made an emergency landing in Portland International Airport after a door plug blew off the Boeing 737 MAX 9 operating the flight. There were no fatalities. However, the accident prompted the 737 MAX to be grounded and renewed scrutiny on Boeing's manufacturing and design issues. Can anyone say didn't earn it? You know, DEI hires?
Okay.
Affirmative action, hello?
Yeah.
2024 Nigerian film A Tribe Called Judah, created by Funk Akindele, became the first Nollywood film to earn more than 1 billion naira, or 1.1 million US dollars, I believe, is the exchange rate, domestically. Nollywood now. So first we have Hollywood, then Bollywood for India, and then because they have.
And now Nollywood.
Yeah, and then now Nollywood for was it Nigeria? Yeah.
That's what you said,
Awesome. All right. Now we can all get corrupted by the media. Woo! And last but not least, in 2025, last year, New York became the first U.S. city to introduce a congestion charge of $9 for Manhattan Central Business District. Wow! So now they're getting.
What does that mean?
You know what? I'm going to look this up so that way I'm not just talking out of my posterior. Congestion charge. New York becomes the first U.S. city with congestion charge. Let me bigger this here. Car drivers will pay up to a $9 or €7 dollars a day with varying rates for other vehicles. So if you own a vehicle in the city of New York, you're just going to pay an extra tax on it. What the hell? Get in your corner.
I don't know. It still doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, no, like if you own a vehicle in the city of New York, then you will have to pay $9 a day on. You're getting paid. You're paying just for owning a vehicle
because it's too congested.
Yes.
Gotcha. It's a lot of money.
It is. So, now on top of all the other charges of buying the vehicle and all the taxes and licensing and smog check and AAA and DMV and all that crap, now you have to shell out another $9 on top of that because, just kick you in the nuts even deeper.
Yeah.
Yay. That shall be it for the show. Please check the underbar of the description below for any links that you may find interesting, including not limited to all things on the Coalition. Talking a little too fast there. For all of you and all of us, I am Xander.
Golden Loon.
And you, of course, you are you. Thank you very much for coming in and watching our stuff here. Until you catch us next time, and whenever that is, wherever that is, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Double checking comments. Nope, no more. So that shall be it for now. Toodaloo.